Hey guys, this is Nico from the MC Craft Pro bringing you a video. It's a bit of a tutorial, bit of an informative video on randomizers. So if you guys don't know what a randomizer is, it's essentially a way of getting a randomly generated whatever. I don't know. So difficult to really explain. It's just in this randomizer you will get, you see these four displays right there, 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll get they'll randomly light. It's not a timing, it's not a random time, it's when I click this button, they will randomly light up. So this one might light up, 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 but it is totally random. So let's see what we get the first try. You click start. There you go, so only these two lit up. If you want, you can look at this in binary. So if you guys know what binary is, it's essentially a ton of ones and zeros, or in Minecraft's case, I count this as 1 and this is 0. So if you know anything about binary, you'll know how this works. Since this is the fourth one in the series, I guess you can say, it has a value of 8, and then you can add 4 to it since this one's lit as well. So 8 plus 4 is 12, and that's what you get as a number. But this does not have to be used for binary. It could be whatever you want it to be used as. So just click that reset, click it again a couple times. Those 3 lit up, those 2 lit up, and all of them lit up. Alright, so yes, as you can see here by the sign, this randomizer was inspired by Craft. He's a pretty awesome redstoner, if I can say so myself. So I'd like you guys, if you guys came to me without seeing him first, I'd like you to go see his video about this and maybe check out his channel for other awesome things. Anyway, this version here is what I would like to call maybe a bit, it's not as complicated as his. It's just as effective, less resource intensive, and overall smaller. If you've seen his video before, or if you haven't seen his video, go check out his right now, because I'll show you my design. Then you can compare the size of it. Anyway, his is the exact same thing with 4 numbers, just like that, or four outputs, just like that, except it takes up a lot more space. And you'll also notice both of ours are dependent on the randomness of a dispenser. However, his uses fire charges and a bud switch. Mine uses arrows. So when you dispense an arrow, you'll probably know that it'll just go straight and stick into the wall there. But if the code, game, whatever, randomness god that they have out there decides to dispense the item, in which case right now is a sapling, it will fall down, activate this pressure plate and this RS-NOR latch. So that's what gives you the randomness. If it shoots out an arrow, it won't light. If it shoots out an item, it will light. So, see if I can get this view. I have this covered up. You know what? I'm gonna actually replace this with glass real quick. That might be a bit easier for demonstration purposes. Alright. Wish I fixed my texture pack. I don't like this glass. Anyway. Yeah, it's just default right now. As you see, there isn't. Well, actually, that was a very bad way of showing this. I'll just reset that real quick. Do the same thing. They're all off this time. Alright. Item, item. All of them dispensed items except for this one, which dispensed an arrow. As you see, there was an arrow there before, so that did not affect anything since it was there before we pressed that button. So okay, we got these 3. So yeah, his would rely on the use of fire charges, if I can find them. Yeah, so you know what a fire charge is hopefully by now. These things. throw them to the ground, lights. When I'm not going to build a whole bud switch here, but when you put a fire next to the bud switch or dispense it out of the dispenser into a bud switch, it will activate the bud switch, which will give you the power here to these randomly give the power to ones if it dispenses the fire charge, but if it doesn't dispense a fire charge and it dispenses an item, it won't. It's the equivalent of shooting an arrow and shooting an item, but this one seems, in my opinion, is just more efficient, it's more survival for any reason. If you want to make a map out of it, you know, it's a lot more efficient. If you want to use it in an SMP server, you don't have the resources to be spending on a ton of pistons and bud switches and never mind fire charges. This is probably the way to go. Alright, so yeah, I'm a bit tired, guys. I had done this commentary before, a whole 12 minutes of it, and my voice did not record 1 second of it. So I'm hoping this doesn't screw you up again. But yeah, I'm a bit tired, so anyway, I'll show you this. You can, since my design as well as Codecraft's is stackable, you can make it as large as you want. The larger it is, the more random possibilities there are. So if you were to have 4 like this I have right now, there's 16 different possibilities. You can do the math by doing 4 to the power of 4. If you had 5 hooked up, it'd be 5 to the power of 5. If you had 6 hooked up, it'd be 6 to the power of 6. I'm now going to break down the basic components of this and then show you how to build it. So here you have power being delivered by this button to these 4 dispensers, which will shoot out the item, the respective item, either an arrow or a sapling, onto these pressure plates. When it hits these pressure plates, it will activate this line here, which will then, well, this is a memory cell, RS latch, if you guys know. So it will remember that it was hit, that this pressure plate was hit, and it will keep this powered. So normally if you had a pressure plate here and this weren't powered, it would lose power after the item passes by. And that's pretty much it. The output's hooked up to this light here to give it an easy point of view for the number. It's really simple. Down here we have a reset line I rigged up in 2 seconds last video when I realized that my reset line didn't work very well because it would screw up the machine. So this one works. I don't know, you can use this. I'm not going to show you how to make a reset line. I think it's pretty basic knowledge. All you have to do is power this end of the RS latch to reset it. So maybe I'll show you guys how to do that later in a more basic redstone tutorial, but not this one. Anyway, so I'll show you how to build it. Let's get my things. Take that, I'll take that. I will take this, I'll take that. I will also, if I can find one, take, oh, turns out I don't even use repeaters in this design. I didn't even notice that. Awesome. So another bonus, no repeaters, which makes it maximum efficient. These repeaters, as you probably know, has a 1 tick delay, or it could be adjusted between 1 and 4, but as default it has a 1 tick delay. So just take my fence. This doesn't work. When I click the glowstone, it doesn't give me glowstone. I don't know why, but I guess it's not meant to be. Same with dirt or grass. It just gives you dirt. Anyway, all randomness aside, what we're going to start is putting 3 blocks down like that, putting the dispenser on top. Here. All you got to do now is surround this. If you want, you can put glass on top just to see, but surround it completely with blocks. That way the item won't go flying everywhere and will land perfectly on the pressure plate, preventing confusion or preventing it from screwing up later. I'll show you that in a bit. So you place your pressure plate on this here, and then you'll take out your glowstone. Place that there. It has to be glowstone. I did a good demonstration why in the other video, but I'm too lazy to do that now. Let's just say that pulls the fence this way, so when an item lands on it, I can get this right. It could stay stuck on it like that, or it'll just float on top of it, which is bad. Alright, so there you go, you got that. This will always make it fall right through this crack here. Just a little trick. Anyway, put this out like that, put redstone on these three, pull this guy down, put the redstone there, torch, put another torch up here, and that's really all there is to it. That's literally all there is to it. Very simple. You can grab your redstone lamp here, place it all the way at the end on that piece there, but I will proceed to throwing in all my garbage in here just to show you that it works. I won't put arrows in because I just want to show you that the actual thing will work. So if it dispenses an item, it switches, item falls right through, activates this. Now I told you before about the reset line. Reset line, the whole idea of a reset line is just to deliver power to this redstone torch, or this piece of redstone. So even just placing a torch will reset it, as you saw there, but if you want to make it all reset at once, you'll have to connect it in a more complicated way. So my reset line, I'll just touch this quickly. Button, inverter, keeps all these powered, that way this is empowering that, this is empowering that, this, you know, you get the idea. So, come to think of it, I can make this a lot better, but I won't, because I like the fact that I'm not using repeaters in this right now. So yeah, just make sure when you press this button, it will only power these for a short period of time, and you'll have a fully resettable system. Alright, so you guess you understand the components of it. It's basically an RS NOR latch hooked up to a dispenser. That's the most complicated thing about it. Very simple. No bud switches, no fire charges. So, of course, this is completely inspired by Codecraft. I'm not taking any credit for the idea. As for the design, I'm not going to take credit about it yet, as there might be somebody else on YouTube who posted this video, or who has come up with the idea. You never know. So, I'm not going to take credit for this. If I did find it, great for me. Somebody else found it, and you'd like me to link you to their channel, I will, even though I literally have 0 subs as it stands at the moment. So, yeah, this was my first, and hopefully first of many to come, redstone tutorial on how to create this randomizer, which I am very proud of. I'm not gonna lie, it's so simple, does the job, and I don't know, it's just fun. Anyway, go check out Codecraft. If you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. If you want to sub, sub. If you don't want to sub, you're welcome to just not sub. I really don't care as it stands right now. So, have a good day, everybody. Yeah, check out Codecraft. He's awesome.